Welcome to What the Sci-Fi, guys. This is episode 8.
Why does it sound like you're out of breath?
I don't know. Maybe it's just moving around a lot. I don't know. For those of you who don't know, we took like a nice 3-week break, Jason.
Yes. Much needed break.
Yes, definitely. And we, that was October 3rd was the last time we actually recorded. And it's mostly just due to, I had kids' birthdays that we were dealing with, and Jason was having some issues as well. Well, not issues, but some things come up too. But it was good that we had pre-recorded 3 episodes ahead. So we're all good, ready to go. We're excited that we came back into the studio today, y'all, and ready to give you some good info that we got here.
Yeah.
And so this is episode 8. Now, for those of you who haven't known, that we started to do things a little bit different here, where we dedicate a certain episode to one, maybe 2 things. Episode 5 was mostly about, what was episode 5 about?
I want to say Marvel.
Yeah, that's right. Marvel stuff. And then episode 6 was all about Star Wars. Episode 7 is about Star Trek. And this one, to make it fair for all franchises and fans, this one is going to be dedicated to the DC universe, my favorite franchise. So, first off, for those of you who do not know, we have a link called Linktree, where you can actually click onto it and see all our platforms that we're on. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, and Podbean. So we're working on a few other platforms that we could put our podcast on, but that's what we're on. It links down in the description box for YouTube, and for Podbean, you'll be able to catch the link on our bio for Instagram and Facebook. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and share with all your friends. Get in touch with us on our email, on our Instagram, and here we go.
Hell yeah. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. It was actually a good week. You know, usually it's funny. I was listening to the past episodes, and usually I'm like, it's a long week. And now I'm like, you know what? Let's change it up again. It was a good week. It was a good week at work. It was a good week, with the family. And I'm just, I was pumped, like getting back into the studio, man, just getting back and talking with you and just making this a DC related episode. So I'm really excited, and I'm excited to share what I know with you guys, and hopefully we could get a good conversation going. And yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah. How was your week?
It was good. I spent most of the week editing episode 6.
Yeah, episode 6. Yeah, that was a rough one.
Baby Yoda theories. Link right there or something.
If you guys haven't watched it yet, please go check it out. It's our latest one that just came out. Well, if you guys are watching this now, episode 7 just came out. But yeah, so it was good. Jason whooped ass on that episode, and I did what I could to help him out.
Let us know if you like the sound effects or no sound effects. Episode 6 has no sound effects because I didn't have any freaking time for it.
Yes, please. Also, comment on these videos. Like, let us know on Podbean. Like, comment what you think about it, so we can get a good discussion going when you're in your car, truck, listening to this. Wherever you are, just let us know what you think of it.
We do have some comments we will address later, though.
Yes, that will be on the later portion of the episode. So, but right now, let's start talking with you guys on DC.
DC Comics.
Yes. So,
We need another phone in here.
yeah, here we do. So, DC Universe, there. Did you ever watch? You watched Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, I watched Suicide Squad. It was I guess the best part about it was Margot Robbie's outfit. That's probably it.
And she was a great actress, man.
Is she?
The way that she portrayed Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
bar none.
I'm so used to Harley Quinn being how she was.
In the cartoons and the animated.
Yeah, and I really don't care for Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about right now, guys, is that Jared Leto is... there was some news going on that he is confirmed, actually, this is confirmed, that he will be in the Snyder Cut.
Oh, really? A big role or what?
I don't think so. It might just be like a couple of scenes, maybe. And also Deathstroke. You know who Deathstroke is?
Not quite, if I remember. Is he the one that has the thing on his eye?
Yeah, the eye patch.
Is it an eye patch or does he look like a cyborg type of thing?
He's more of like a super soldier, kind of like Captain America.
Oh, okay.
He's very well equipped with weapons, swords, and martial arts. Like the only person who can actually beat him in hand-to-hand combat is Batman. That's
really?
the only guy who can actually go toe-to-toe with him and kick his butt.
Oh, true. About.
So he's going to be in the Snyder Cut. Joe Manganiello. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Put it on the video. We'll put it on the video of how you're supposed to say it. But yeah, he's going to be in it, and Lex Luthor's going to be in it. Darkseid's going to be in it. Dassad's going to be in it, and Steppenwolf. So about 6 villains in a over a 4-hour movie.
This is Snyder Cut?
This is the Snyder Cut.
Oh.
But what I'm thinking is that they're not going to be like the main villains. Like you'll see them, you'll probably try to see them like trying to work something out with the Sinister Six, trying to get a little group going. You might see them, but they won't be the antagonist.
Sinister Six is Marvel, though.
You're right, not the Sinister Six. My apologies. But Legion of Doom, I think is or the Injustice League, I think it's called. So you'll be able to see them coming onto the scene, but obviously Darkseid is going to be the main villain along with Steppenwolf. So that's what's going on with the Snyder Cut. Mm-hmm. Now, those of you who know, I'm repping the Snyder Cut. The Snyder Cut is just going to be an awesome... I think it's going to change Hollywood a little bit. Like, I think it's going to be on that magnitude where studios are going, okay, you know what? We don't have to always put big budgeted like these movies into theaters. We can also put them on our streaming platforms and all that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I'm all for them trying new things, but I'm also not a fan of them trying to make these theaters go broke.
Right.
What is your thought process on that about?
Well, I mean, I think it's good that while the states shut down, that they actually, have it so that you can go to, you can buy a movie at your house or show at your house, and you don't have to, you don't have to miss out on the movies. But I definitely think that they will lose out on the money that they would have got for having the theaters open. I think, I don't want to see theaters go away. I think that's an old school thing that should stay,
And I think I heard this. Don't quote me on it, guys, but I heard that Regal Cinemas is actually out of business, or they're
Oh,
going
really?
out of business.
Well, I'm sure a lot are worried about going out of business, but
Yeah,
they were the cheap ones, though.
yeah.
Yeah, they probably can't keep up with the $20 luxury theaters that are really nice.
Yep, that's true. So we just hope that this whole pandemic, that the theaters are able to stay in business so that we can watch these movies that have been postponed. And on top of that, segueing into our next that we're going to be talking about is DC movies that have been moved. Now, episode 5, we talked about Marvel movies being moved. Now we're talking about DC movies that have been moved. So far, Wonder Woman, surprisingly enough, is still slated for December 25th, 2020. I think it might be moved to February. People are saying they might be February 14th for like Valentine's Day.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Because in the movie, Steve Trevor comes back. If you haven't watched Wonder Woman, Jason, Steve Trevor is Wonder Woman's kind of man, like her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
So they might want to capitalize on the whole romance side of it, maybe. The Suicide Squad is slated for August 4th, 2021.
What are they calling it? Suicide Squad 2 or 3?
Not just Suicide Squad. I think it's not going to be it's its own movie. It's not going to be related to the last Suicide Squad. It's going to be just like a new vision with James Gunn directing it.
Oh, okay.
And the Batman now got moved to March 4th, 2022.
Damn. Jeez.
Now, I have been hearing some rumors, maybe you heard this too, that Robert Pattinson got kicked off of the Batman set because he was out of shape.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah.
Do you think it's true?
I don't know. The rumors are bad right now. There's a lot of bad rumors going around. But it might be because it's been holding up pretty strong for Batman. People saying that, his extras look way bigger than he does, So there'll be like a real skinny dude playing Batman, and then the extras will be all buff, which is I don't know.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of a shitty way. I mean, if you're going to get paid all that money, you should definitely
do
what you're supposed to.
I really hope that this is wrong. Like, seriously, man, if a studio gave me money to go work out, I would do it.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to work out.
Yeah.
And get that six-pack and portray a character that is going to live longer than you ever will.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get it.
Like, what's his name? Jamie Foxx says, pain is temporary. Film is forever.
Yeah.
So you got to think of it from that perspective, man. All right, enough of Robert Pattinson. Now, the next slate is Black Adam. It is unconfirmed. The date as of right now, is unconfirmed. So there is no date set for Black Adam with The Rock and the rest of the cast. Now, The Flash with Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck coming in, is moved to November 4th, 2022. And Shazam! The Fury of the Gods, June 2nd, 2023.
So how far are these movies getting moved?
Okay. Suicide Squad was supposed to come out, I think, April or May, and it got moved to August. Batman was supposed to come out sometime 2021, and they got moved to March 4th. So maybe they were thinking more like February, probably. And I don't think Flash got moved too much. I know Shazam moved way back, June 2nd, 2023, 3 years. And that's it with the movies of DC that got moved right now. Going on to HBO Max, y'all. So, HBO Max got greenlit a Green Lantern show.
Oh, okay.
The show is going to be 10 episodes long. It's going to show not just one Green Lantern, but 4.
Okay.
And it's going to show the characters that it's going to show is Guy Gardner, Jessica Cruz, Simon Baz, and Alan Scott. It's going to have Sinestro in it and Kilowog, y'all. I love Kilowog. But if you don't know it, the Green Lantern, Simon Baz, he is a Green Lantern who is a convict.
Oh, okay.
So he was in prison, and the Ring chose him.
Oh, nice.
Because that's how it works with the Green Lanterns, is that the Ring chooses you. You don't choose it. It chooses you. Not from your ability to not have darkness within you, but your ability to overcome that darkness.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty cool. And I don't know much about Jessica Cruz, y'all. I know Alan Scott in the comics. He is the original Green Lantern, and he was gay in the comics. So there's some good portrayal for you all. And obviously Sinestro, one of the bad guys. And Kilowog. It's, like I said, man, it's a good time to be a DC fan. Sorry. It's a great, fantastic time to be a DC fan. DC is moving from the DCEU to the DC multiverse, where they're able to not just stick with one cinematic universe, but they can have plenty of Batman movies and have it all connect somehow within the multiverse. And that just amazes me, bro.
Yeah.
It amazes me. And when we were kids, you and I watched a lot of the Batman animated show.
Yeah.
What did you like about that animated show that kind of made you really like Batman?
Well, I think just the fact that he was kind of realistic. Well, not really realistic, but like he didn't have any powers, so he was just kind of badass all the time, and he was a detective, and I liked how he'd disappear all the time in the mid-conversation. That was cool, you know. That was a Batman thing, you know. I saw this one video of like every time Batman disappeared, but he's like running away.
Dude, I saw that too. It was hilarious.
Was
you
funny.
See his legs just flapping up.
Yeah, he's like, that shit was funny.
Yes, it was. Hopefully you guys watch that too, because it's kind of hard not to laugh when you watch it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it was good. And then as far as you know, the characters, the Joker was a good character. I liked most of the villains of Batman are good. You know, they're probably of superheroes. The Batman villains are probably my favorite villains of all the Marvel or DC. You know what I mean? But but my favorite villains, like one year I dressed up as a Mad Hatter for Halloween. And then my favorite villain is actually Scarface from the ventriloquist in Scarface. Um, and Mark Hamill's Joker is iconic. I forgot the name of Batman again, but Mark
Kevin
Hamill's
Conroy.
Kevin Conroy. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, Mark Hamill said that if he said he won't do Joker unless Kevin Conroy's doing Batman. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, I love the Batman animated show, man. It in the like you said when you saw Batman, like he brought the fear into the thieves. Like, dude, every time I listen to that, the intro to
Yeah.
that Batman show, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And like you said, Batman has the best villains out of the whole comic book universe, bar none. The
Yeah.
Marvel fans can say whatever the fuck they want to say, but they know deep inside that we are right, that Batman has the best villains. And man, like
Yeah, and I think they definitely evolved over the years because they weren't as good, and neither was Batman. But I guess it was fun for people in the '60s to watch Adam West as Batman. But now the characters are so evolved, Joker, and I always like Joker not having a backstory. A lot of them don't have a backstory. Like Penguin didn't really have a real solid backstory, and neither did Joker. Catwoman kind of had one, but not really. Two Face had a good backstory, and his was like a solid backstory of him being a district attorney.
right.
So yeah, um, and then I wish they would have been able to do more with the Dark Knight Two Face. That would have been cool because that was a sick Two Face.
Yes. Now, out of all the Batman villains, which one did you like the most?
The Scarface one,
Scarface.
yeah, the ventriloquist.
Yeah,
Scarface,
yeah. That one. Oh, dude. For me, oh man, now I have to really think. Like, who did I like the most? I mean, Joker is good, but everybody likes Joker, so I like to have it a little bit different from what everybody else likes. Like Scarecrow. Scarecrow
Scarecrow's sick.
creep the fuck out of me, man. Like
Yeah.
even playing the Arkham Asylum games, it was just wow. And the Dark Knight, that whole scene where he spreads his chemical.
You mean Batman Begins?
Yeah, and Batman Begins. Sorry. Yeah, that whole scene was very well written and very well put out. Now, did you? Are there any other superheroes in the DC universe that you also liked as well, not just Batman, that you kind of connected with?
No, I don't think so.
Now, what about like the movies? Which Batman portrayal did you like the most in like the movies that you've seen?
Um, Christian Bale. Yeah, Christian Bale or Michael Keaton. You know, um, that's pretty much it. There's not a lot of them. There is a lot of them, but there's not like 20 of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but yeah, I think Christian Bale did a great job. I mean, that movie was good all the way around. And then the iconic Michael Keaton portrayal was cool.
Now, there is a rumor that I just saw online before I came down here, y'all, was that Michael Keaton, this is a rumor, all right? That Michael Keaton is signed on for an HBO Max Batman Beyond show.
That'd be sick.
Yes.
I think I liked Batman Beyond too.
Yes,
What
that
was the character's name? What was the Batman's name?
man, I don't even remember.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm just. I mean, it was all right. It was a good show.
Yeah,
I
but how
didn't
long
really.
has it been since we've seen that?
Well over a decade.
Is it on Disney Plus?
Yes. No. No. That's. There is a movie that's on HBO Max. It's a Joker movie with Batman Beyond.
Oh, okay.
But
Was it
no,
old Joker?
no, I think it's a new Joker.
Does it go off? I wonder if it goes off the story where Joker dies.
Be good to check out if you guys aren't haven't seen that yet. Probably check it out. I think it might still be on DC Universe. For those of you who don't know, that DC Universe is actually being reimagined into just a comic book place where you can just watch and read comic books. All their content is going to be moving, their original content for movies and all that shows, going to be moving over to HBO Max, which I think they should have done long time ago. Because obviously the DC Universe app was just not making it when it comes to popularity and just barely paying the bills and stuff. So, I mean, I have a lot of friends that like it, but I mean, you can like it all you want, dude, but it's just not going anywhere.
Speaking of not paying the bills, you want to hear a little side note trivia?
Let's check it out.
Okay, this is Marvel, but it's comics. So you know why Sony got Spider-Man?
No, I don't.
Because Stan Lee was going broke, and he sold Spider-Man and X-Men to Sony and Fox.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what about the Hulk? Because the Hulk, those of you who don't know, the Hulk is the movie rights are at Universal. That's why there's not a standalone Hulk movie for Marvel.
Really? Well, there was there was that one with Edward Norton.
That one was actually pretty good.
Was that Universal?
Yes.
Oh.
But it was kind of like with Sony that they were willing to bring in Tony Stark and the whole MCU kind of look to it.
Mm.
But
Tony Stark was in that?
yeah, at the end.
Was it
He was talking to the colonel and he was saying, I told you that super soldier serum was on ice for a reason.
Oh, so that was...
And he says, what if I told you we were putting a team together? And then the colonel says, what team? Who's we? And then he looks at him and he goes blank.
Oh, and
This
it
was
was
before the Avengers.
Oh, and it was Robert Downey Jr.?
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Now,
I never saw that one.
yeah, it was all right. It was way better than the 2003 Hulk. Yeah, it was just much better, in my opinion. Now, obviously, a lot of the fan base in DC has been kind of divided in terms of fan base where a lot of people like the DCEU, the Darkness, the Snyder Cut version of it. A lot of people, some people don't. They prefer like more of like a Marvel kind of look, bright, shiny stars, all that kind of jazz. Then there are people like me who don't really care. I'm just glad to see these characters making it onto the big screen. And I mean, when you think of it, man, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the biggest comic book superheroes. They are the biggest, the most popular. And I'm glad right now that DC's finally starting to go their own route and not just trying to make a cinematic universe like Marvel did. They tried, but they failed. And I admit that they could have done better. But I'm also a big proponent of trying again, just trying to go a different route. And I think what really helped Warner Brothers to actually move from that train of thought is the acquisition of AT&T buying out Time Warner.
Oh, okay.
Are you a big fan? Now we're gonna kind of go off base here, but what do you think about these big companies buying out the studios, like with AT&T buying out Warner Brothers and Disney buying out 21st Century Fox?
Okay, so Disney bought 21st Century. I mean, what else does 21st Century really have besides? What have they been doing really?
Okay, so
They've had X-Men. I know that.
Yeah, X-Men.
Yeah.
They had the Die Hard movies. More like
There's new ones of those.
yeah,
Oh.
Live Free, Die Hard.
Oh yeah.
Those ones, and they made a whole bunch of ones. Man, I'm gonna seriously when I get home, I'm gonna remember them. But yeah, they made a lot, and I think it. I really don't have an issue with it. I mean, I'm all for these studios having a bigger base of distribution and a bigger support to actually go with their dream and their goal.
Yeah.
Do you think it was more of a monopoly? Like they're turning into a monopoly?
Yeah. Well, they can only do so much. They have a lot of the movies, but at a certain point, the government will come in and stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Disney is crazy. They're a monster. I mean, but things change. Eventually, like there used to be MGM.
I think they're still around. MGM?
I don't think so.
If they are, they're not like a sole proponent of making movies now. They're probably like a subdivision.
Yeah, and then you had Paramount, which was a lot bigger, but they're still around, but they're not as big as they used to be. And then,
Right.
And Warner Brothers used to be way bigger, or they had more of the market per se,
Yeah.
but now they don't.
They're still huge though. They're still huge.
Yeah.
And Universal's huge now. And okay. Going off topic here again, sorry guys, but with Universal not wanting to make like superhero movies or more of like based on like the Fast and Furious franchises and the Jurassic World movies.
Mm-hmm. That one better be good, the new one.
Oh yes. Like we have been waiting. We have been waiting, y'all, for a real Jurassic World when the dinosaurs are all over the place and we as humans have to try to live and survive with them.
Yeah.
I hope it goes well. They're actually bringing in the whole cast.
Yeah.
The original cast.
Well, I think the kids aren't going to be there.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but
the two paleontologists, the man and the girl, and then you have Ian Malcolm.
Yeah, that's going to be cool to see. I always liked that character. The actor Jeff Goldblum.
He was quite the character.
Yeah, he was funny.
He was very funny.
Yeah.
So going back to DC Universe, y'all, there have been a couple of comments that I have been and discussions I've been having of a couple of people about this podcast and everything, and a couple of them have said, and I'm not gonna shout them out, but a couple of them said that you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to anything beyond Star Trek. Now, I gotta let you know, Jason here is more of a sci-fi fan than I am. I'm more focused on, Marvel, DC, Stargate, and Star Wars. Jason's Star Wars, Star Trek, Marvel. He likes DC, just doesn't know it as much as me. But
I just like Batman.
yes. And Jason also knows a lot about Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, Battlestar Galactica. What Avatar? Um, the real diehard things. I mean, there's some more diehard things I could get into, like Legends of Star Wars, but I mean, I'm real in depth on Star Trek. There's what you might not understand is that Star Trek it has let me think. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wait, 7. There's like 9 different shows of Star Trek. 3 of those shows have 7 seasons. One has 3. One has 5. And then the newest one has 3 now, which is trash. But
Yes.
that's a lot of Star Trek.
How much does Voyager have again?
7. And these are not these little 7 seasons where you have 10 episodes in each show.
They're going for like what, 25?
25 episodes, yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
that's
ton
long.
of writing going on. Yeah.
Now, did you actually watch the whole
Voyager? No, I might watch it though because I know a little bit about it. I know the premise of it. I know what goes on, and it's. But there's some things that I don't like. It doesn't make sense that they actually wear their uniform still because they're way out of Starfleet region. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. So if you go beyond the the Federation's realm of influence, you have to wear a different uniform?
No. Oh, what I'm saying is there's no reason to wear the uniform because they're lost in space.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the first episode they get shot out like to the Delta Quadrant, which is where the Borg are from. And they're trying to come back home. And it's supposed to take like 75 years to get back. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
So that's the premise of Voyager. And they have the Maquis on it, which is they're kind of like a anti-Federation group that they're like almost like terrorists.
Oh, so some probably kind of like pirates.
Yeah, kind of like
pirates.
Kind of
space pirates.
Yeah, but they're like defectors of the Federation. And
whoa.
Yeah, so it's a group of them.
Okay, I might check that out because right now I'm actually I'm rewatching Deep Space Nine. I'm still on season 1, but I'm loving it, dude. I'm like halfway through season 1.
Yeah, that's the best one. But then with Voyager, I've heard it doesn't go like in sequence like Deep Space Nine does. Like,
what do you mean within sequence?
Well, Voyager. I mean, Deep Space Nine has like a story that builds and builds and builds, and it's the same story, and it builds a war.
Okay.
But Voyager is like more like one-off episodes, like the other Star Treks are. Like you can watch one and be cool, and then watch another one,
Right.
But with Deep Space Nine, you're supposed to watch them like all the way through, like because that's something that's all the time, always happening with shows in the 2000s, is that you have to watch the show before the one that you're watching. You know what I mean? You got to watch them in order.
Right.
It's like Breaking Bad. You have to watch all of them.
Right.
You can't just start in season 3.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is Jason. He's really into Star Trek, and and into sci-fi. Like, this is why we started this whole podcast, was because not only to try to connect with you guys, that's a good way of going about it, but also it's a good time for me and my brother to actually like share what we like. And despite all the haters, despite people who try to, say, oh, you should have it, you guys should only talk about this and stay on topic, which if you guys haven't noticed, we have been trying to stay on topic more over these past couple episodes. But this is just us just trying to get, talk about what we like and talk about the shows, the characters, the storytelling that has really propelled us to get out of our own reality of the shit show world that we're in right now.
Yeah, just an escape from the reality. Yeah, that's another main thing, is that we talk about things that aren't real because the real just isn't really that good right now. Yeah.
Yes. So just like Ready Player One, we're putting on our goggles here and we're just trying to get in touch with our own Matrix kind of world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which, maybe in a couple episodes we'll, get into like the Matrix and stuff like
Matrix,
that.
yeah.
And even the new movies that are coming out with the Matrix.
Or like Demolition Man, that's another one.
Demolition.
Remember that?
So there's a lot of possibilities for us to do with this podcast, guys. It can't just pertain to one particular thing that you guys like. We like to satisfy everyone, or a good portion of it. So, but we definitely like your guys' comments and appreciate your guys' opinions. We don't have to listen to them all and abide by them all. It's just, we'll listen. We'll let you say what you need to say. But at the end of the day, we're gonna do what we want to do, and we'll try to see what we can do to help you guys at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, the podcast is a ton of work, that's for sure.
It is. Jason has been putting in so many hours just trying to get these episodes in, and really trying to make a good quality version of these videos for you guys. And so we really appreciate your guys' patience. We really appreciate your guys' support. And we will just continue to make content for you guys and continue to see what we can do to help bring more subscribers, bring more people along with us, and all that stuff. So by the time this episode airs, this is going to be a week after The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm excited. Mandalorian is coming out next week. So you guys let us know what the future's like when this comes out, man. I tell you, I'm so excited for Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too.
I'm stoked, man. I'm so stoked, and I'm so excited to see where we go with this whole train of season 2, the storyline, the characters that they're bringing in. Now, on last topic I'd like to bring up before we leave you guys here is new sci-fi shows that we're watching.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jason, what's a new sci-fi show you're watching right now? And tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I've talked about, I think I brought it up before, but just because of my workload right now, I haven't been able to get into it as much. But the Expanse, I've been starting to watch, which I should have already watched. So the Expanse is the 23rd century, which is also where Kirk is, right? Mm-hmm. But this is a different 23rd century, right? And have you seen anything about the Expanse?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen anything.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me take a break. 1
All right.
Okay, so the Expanse is it's the 23rd century, and so far what I gather is the premise is like, okay, I don't think we're out of the solar system altogether yet. I think they're trying to get together a ship to take people out of the solar system, but it's like a year trip, and I'm not sure if the humans got light speed or not. Um, but there's people living on the moon, working on the moon. There's people living and working on Mars, and then there's people living and working in the asteroid belt, and they're miners.
What?
Yeah,
The Expanse. What platform is this on?
Amazon Prime.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty icy. I think that with all the futuristic shows that we have, Expanse is the closest to what could really happen.
Because in the past episodes, we talked about how our technology is going a different way. I think it was episode 3 where we talked about that. Everyone in Back to the Future thought that we would have flying cars by now,
Yeah.
but you said no, our technology is going smaller now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that would probably be in the books if we could actually do it, with like, and somebody's got to take the rings and push us, because if nobody pushes us, we're not going to get ahead anywhere. It's only a couple people that make big changes like what we've had so far, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, um, Steve Jobs is a big part of it. I
And
mean,
who is the guy who is also making a rocket along with Elon Musk?
a rocket?
Yeah, he's making another rocket too.
Oh, I don't know.
Jeff Bezos, I think.
Oh, that's the Amazon guy.
I think, or somebody else then probably.
But he has the money for it. See,
Yeah.
that's the thing, is if they had the money to propel our society forward to do different things, and because since the 60s we haven't been to another heavenly body, you know what I mean? So we haven't made it past the moon. But there's so much out there. There's Europa, there's Mars, there's I think Japan was talking about going to the moons of Mars. Then there's
Wow.
Titan, that's
Titan.
yeah, on Saturn, and then Neptune is like so far away. You know what I mean? So once we finally get to Titan and stuff, that would be amazing. You know what I mean?
Or even going to like Pluto.
Yeah, but you know how far that is away? That is fucking far away, And that's what the Expanse kind of, like, as far as I know, as far as I've gotten in the Expanse, the farthest they've gone is Jupiter. But I'm sure they've gone farther, but that's as far as they've gone in the show that they've shown.
Wow.
Yeah. Because Jupiter Jupiter is 45 light minutes away. Right. Yeah, 45 light minutes.
I've never heard of that term before. Light minutes.
That's how long light takes to travel,
Yeah.
or how far it takes to travel in a minute,
Yeah.
which is like, I don't know the numbers off the top of my head, but like,
That's crazy though.
yeah,
That's crazy far.
yeah, it's millions of miles.
45 light minutes. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Because there's a unit of measurement in astronomy that's called an astronomical unit. It's AU. So one astronomical unit is from here to the sun.
Okay.
So one astronomical unit is 8 light minutes. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, so it's that's how long it takes the sun's light to get to Earth. And then so Jupiter's 5 of those away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotcha. Wow. What actors are in it? Any
Oh,
big name actors?
I don't think any of that I know. I think I recognize the lead guy who's a detective. So what it is that Earth is overpopulated, but like if you live on Earth, you're rich or you're fancy, you know? And then you have the Martians who are like well off as well. But then the asteroid belt people are like they're like the dirty, slummy people, and then they get muscle atrophy.
What's muscle at? I can't even pronounce it.
Atrophy was when you, like, say if you were to break your bone and then your muscle you're not using it, so it kind of weakens.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so because the theory is that if you go on a different planet, so say you were to live on Mars or you were to live on the moon, which has fractions of the gravity that we have on Earth. Mars more than the moon, but so you wouldn't need as much muscle on Mars
Oh yeah, yeah, true.
because you'd be lighter.
Right.
Yeah, you wouldn't be as light as you would on the moon. You'd be walking, but you'd
Now
be a
Jupiter
lot
is the
lighter.
one where you're actually heavier, right?
Oh yeah, you'd be way heavier, but you couldn't walk on Jupiter's surface
No, you can't.
because it's well, I mean, one you'd be like five. I don't know how much time. I used to know this, but you'd squish yourself how heavy you'd be. Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
and but the Jupiter, what you're looking at when you see Jupiter is all clouds.
Right.
Yeah, so they have like permanent storms on Jupiter. And so, have you seen the red spot on Jupiter?
Yes.
That's a storm. Yeah, it's been just
Holy
going like
hell.
blowing, and but it's all clouds. And then when you get down so far, then it's liquid. So then the whole surface is liquid, and then it gets thicker and thicker until you get to the core.
Wow.
That's what a gas giant is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all gas and liquid.
Now, what about Saturn?
Saturn's a gas giant too.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturn. All of those planets are. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and that's those 4.
And I was watching a video where on the video they were talking about how in Saturn the reason why it has those rings is because several million years ago it came in contact with a planet and its gravitational pull and everything kind of ripped that planet apart, and so that's why it has those.
Yeah, I mean it could be in any number of things. I mean, I'm not sure exactly because a lot of planets have rings.
Yeah.
Jupiter has a ring. I want to say Neptune has a ring, but Saturn has the most
Yeah.
material.
Right. So that's one show you're watching. Now, there's a show that I'm watching, y'all. It's a show on HBO Max. It's called Raised by Wolves. It's by Ridley Scott. If you guys don't know him, he is the director who directed Aliens, who directed the Gladiator movie that Jason and I both love. Really good
Yeah,
movie.
I forgot about that movie. That's a good movie though. Yeah, Russell Crowe, right?
Yep, with Russell Crowe in it, and the Blade Runner. So this is a very
have Blade
well-known
Runner.
director.
Yeah. Have you seen that?
I have not seen the original.
I have. I have that one because the other one was on Netflix or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was all right.
Mm.
I didn't really like it too much.
Yeah.
But the old one, yeah, I haven't seen. So this show is like, in my opinion, it has the possibility to become as great on storytelling and character development as Game of Thrones. It's about a Earth. We were fighting amongst each other, and along with the androids. The androids were winning, and so we decided to get out of Earth. Earth was almost destroyed, and so they moved. They went into this kind of spaceship called the Ark, and there's this guy who reprogrammed one of the androids, a special android. I'm not going to give away too many spoilers, but took her and another android along with baby fetuses to Kepler 22b, which is a planet that is able to sustain human life. And so it's a story of these androids raising these children.
Huh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. That sounds good, though. You know, I definitely like to follow writers that I like, or directors or producers. Usually they all go hand in hand with good workers,
Yes. So
Actors are hit and miss.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Have you followed Ridley Scott's movies? Like, have you watched any of the Aliens?
No, I really haven't. I probably shouldn't talk about that on a What the Sci-Fi podcast because the aliens are supposed to be like some of the best sci-fi. But I mean, they're old school, like,
Yeah.
I'll watch them. I probably should. But remember that movie, The Sphere? That one was sick.
The Sphere.
I just can't remember what it was about.
I can't remember. I'm trying to. My memory's trying to think.
That one, I used to really like that, especially as a kid. I liked that one.
That was another one that you and I watched when we were kids, The Abyss.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
And it was kind of like that. The Sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty much it that I think that we have right now in terms of news and comic books for you guys. So please hit the notification bell, hit like, subscribe, get in touch with our email, Facebook, Instagram, and pretty soon we're going to try to get on Reddit as well.
Yeah, I'm on Reddit, messing around, looking around, seeing what happens on there. It's pretty detailed. It's a very intimidating. It's kind of an intimidating platform. I've already got schooled by Discovery people. Now, yeah, I got into it with a Discovery person, but like I was just like, okay, whatever. I don't see how you can like that show, but
okay, so.
Yeah.
Maybe might wait a little bit on Reddit.
Well, no, Reddit's good to get information though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they've showed me links.
Links to what?
Like what was the link? I could probably pull it up real fast. That's a good thing about not being really on it. And another problem with Reddit is that it sends all these notifications to my phone. Like I have like this many notifications. Reddit. I'm like, oh fuck.
Do you actually like click on them all, or just a couple that might pique your interest?
No, yeah, because sometimes they'll be like Reddits I follow or something that they think I like. See, it's like it's almost like how Spotify is.
Right.
They'll show you stuff that like if an artist comes out that you already listened to, they got something new, it'll show you the new stuff. But then it'll show you things that it thinks you like, and that's where it gets a little like, come on,
Recommendations, yeah.
Yeah, but then it's everything that gets posted on these Reddits, and then each Reddit has a different rule. And it's like they're like little communities, It's kind of old school seeming. That's the cool thing about it, And it's anonymous if you want to be anonymous, but like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see where we're at with that. I know Twitter, we might want to wait on that for a while.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a Twitter fan.
The 5th. Maybe the 5th or the 4th.
Yes.
Or the 10th. It depends on how
Or
long the votes take to, right?
Yes. So we'll see. Let us know if the world has actually burned itself over. Oh, actually, there's something else. I heard there's actually a comet that's bound for Earth the day before the election.
No, not a comet. An asteroid.
Asteroid. My apologies. An asteroid. So that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and supposedly Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about that. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'm hearing Discovery's getting good ratings. You're saying that's ridiculous.
Yes. So right now, I actually showed Jason on what's it? Rotten Tomatoes. It's at 93%.
That's crazy.
You should have saw the look on Jason's face, y'all. He was just dumbfounded that the critics actually like this more. Yeah.
Yeah.
People get paid to be critical.
The thing with the Discovery is that you can't knock Discovery is that they have great effects. You know what I mean? They do. But
that's all they got, bro.
That's all they have. Yeah. They don't have anything else.
They don't follow the storytelling. They don't follow the history of Star Trek, the uniforms, technology at the time. They make up their own rendition of the Klingons and making them eat humans and other species. That's just trash.
Yeah. I don't know. So now they're in the 32nd century, which is like, I want to say it's like 100 years after any mention in Star Trek, because they did that too. They had a futuristic war going on in Enterprise. They had the temporal wars, which I wish they didn't do, but that's the thing I had a problem with Enterprise about, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead, and this episode is a little long, but we'll go ahead and let you guys go. If you guys, no matter how dark the world is, no matter how depressing it is, you can always try to find a way to enclose yourself into the sci-fi world and just try to escape your reality and into the realm of sci-fi. So you all have a good week.
It's a whole world of what ifs. You know,
Yes.
that's the main thing with sci-fi is like, what if this would happen? You know, like that's, you know, if you look at Marvel and DC, a lot of them were fueled by World War II. You know,
Right.
And a lot of like we were talking about before, the music of the '60s was a great time for music with Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin, and you know, I think the Beatles were doing stuff in the '60s, but because of Vietnam, you know, so it's a crisis that pull a lot of art out of people.
That's right. I completely agree with that. So y'all have a good week. We'll see you on the next podcast. Peace.
West Side.
You've been listening to What the Sci-Fi.